There once was a little village nestled between golden hills and a wide, whispering sky. It was a quiet and beautiful place, full of cobblestone paths, flower boxes on every window, and the warm glow of lanterns at dusk. The people there were kind, and the hills rolled gently like waves frozen in time. A boy named Marco lived there, and more than anything in the world, Marco dreamed of touching the sky. Every single day he stood at his window and gazed upward with wide, wondering eyes, longing for something just a little out of reach, something wild and free, and his. On his birthday, his grandmother, a small, soft woman with silver hair and the warmest smile Marco had ever known, placed a beautifully wrapped gift gently into his small hands. Marco tore it open, and there it was, a magnificent, bright red kite with a long, flowing ribbon tail that shimmered in the golden afternoon light. He clutched it tightly to his chest. His heart had never felt so completely full. He ran, out the front door, through the village, past the neighbors and the sleepy cats and the flower boxes, straight toward the golden hills ahead. He raced up the tallest hill, cheeks flushed, hair flying, the enormous blue sky waiting patiently above him. At the very top, he raised the red kite high above his head, closed his eyes, and let go. It tumbled straight to the ground. Marco picked it up and tried again. The kite wobbled for just a moment, then crumpled and fell. He tried again, and again, and again after that. Each time the kite folded and dropped back into the grass, and the other children watching from the hillside began to giggle behind their hands. Marco felt very small beneath that big, beautiful sky. He sat down heavily in the tall grass, his chin resting in his hands, the red kite lying flat and defeated beside him. And then a small, scruffy sparrow hopped through the grass and stopped right beside him. It tilted its tiny head, as if it understood everything. Then it hopped to the very edge of the hill, spread its little wings as wide as they could go, and leapt into the open air. It was not graceful. It wobbled, it dipped, it struggled against the very first gust, but it did not stop. It caught the breeze, steadied itself, and soared, up and up and up, higher and higher until it was nothing more than a tiny shape dancing freely in the wide golden sky. Marco watched in silence. Something deep inside his chest began to stir, a quiet, growing feeling, like a small fire finding its flame. He understood now. The sparrow had not waited until it was ready. It had not waited until it stopped being afraid. It had simply jumped and trusted that the wind would be there when you needed most. Marco stood up slowly. He dusted off his knees, took one long, deep breath of warm afternoon air, and picked up his red kite one final time. He did not look at the children watching. He did not think about falling. He thought about nothing at all except running. And so he ran, faster than he had ever run before, full speed down the hillside, and he let the string loose into the wind and felt the most wonderful tug he had ever felt rising through his fingers. The red kite climbed, slowly